I'm bound by nothing, be it family or destiny.
Legendary!
My dagger's too long. Off with you!
First blood!
Hacks? Boring.
Legendary!
Boring. Off with you!
Legendary!
Hacks? Boring.
You have slain an enemy, been destroyed.
On my words! Now!
Killing spree!
Hit him hard. On my words! Now!
Legendary!
My magic flows as freely as the wind.
You have slain an enemy! Killing spree! Mega kill! Enemy has been slain! You have slain an enemy!
My magic flows as freely as the winds.
You got a good taste. I might not be a lighted man, but I do know my trades. Not gonna talk too much. They call me a paper chaser.
everyone, a very good morning, afternoon, or good evening to wherever you are watching this. Welcome to the M3 World Championship official reveal. I am your host, Marco D, and I am extremely excited to be here with everyone today, from our guests in person to the teams that we'll be speaking to during the draw, and of course to everyone watching this at home, online, around the world. Now, the M3 World Championship is the biggest and highly anticipated Mobile Legends Bang Bang tournament. This year, the international flagship competition will be held offline, with qualified teams and champions from MPL and non-MPL regions contesting for that prize of 800,000 USD, and of course the title as the best Mlbb team. But who exactly are these teams? And more importantly, where will M3 be held? Well, I don't think we should wait any longer. Let's find out right now.
Blacklist International, Philippines. BTK, North America. Onyx Esports, Indonesia. Evos SG, Singapore. RSG SG, Singapore. Red Canids, Brazil. Vivo Kid, Brazil. GX Squad, Middle East. Vidal, Turkey. Natus Vincere, Russia. Malvinas Gaming, Latin America. Toda, Malaysia. Team SMG, Malaysia. See you soon, Cambodia. Onyx Philippines, Philippines. RRQ, Indonesia. Race to the top at M3 Singapore 2021.
And there you have it. Singapore has been chosen as the host country for M3. To all the Singaporeans watching this, I bet you are absolutely thrilled with that news. I would now like to welcome Mr. Lucas Mao, the Director of Esports of Moonton Games, to say a few words.
Dear fans and players, we are happy to update you that the 2021 Mobile Legends Bang Bang World Championship M3 will be held in Singapore this December. It's not easy to have an offline tournament during a pandemic. So we want to thank you all for your support and patience. Now the wait is finally over. This year we will have 16 top teams worldwide to come to Singapore, represent their country and fight for their glory. Also, we prepare a lot of in-game events, activities, new skins, and battle pass for you. We hope you enjoy them and celebrate the M3 together with us. Secondly, we would like to thank the Singapore government and the Singapore Tourism Board. Without your help and support, it's not impossible to make the opportunity. It's been a pleasure to work with them from the beginning. Singapore always make our professional players feel safe, comfortable, and welcomed. This is why the reason we choose to have M3 again in this beautiful garden city. Lastly, I wish all the teams good luck for M3. May all of you rise to the top.
Well, a big thank you to Lucas. He has certainly got me even more excited about M3. But what is even more exciting is the upcoming in-game campaigns, as there are even more ways to interact and support your favorite teams this time round. Now, since M2, our host country have been pivotal in the event's success, and we could have not achieved it without the support from the Singapore government and Singapore Tourism Board. So with that being said, I would like to welcome Miss Jean Ng, the Executive Director, AETCD, from the Singapore Tourism Board.
Hello, I'm Jean from the Singapore Tourism Board. We are excited to welcome Mobile Legends, Bang Bang's largest tournament, back to Singapore this year. Moonton's confidence in hosting the M3 World Championships in Singapore is testament to our ability to execute events safely and reinforces our position as a world-class esports destination. Earlier this year, we, together with Moonton, successfully and safely hosted the M2 World Championship. Stringent health and safety protocols were put in place to protect our players and our staff. Similarly, we will take all necessary measures to ensure a smooth event in December. And we would like to thank Moonton for this opportunity to host the M3 World Championships. The esports industry has continued to thrive despite the challenges of COVID-19. For example, on top of Mlbb's existing professional leagues, Moonton has expanded into new regions like Brazil, Cambodia, the Middle East, and North Asia. Singapore is proud to be part of this fast-growing sector and aims to welcome more global titles like Mlbb as we gradually resume events in Singapore. We look forward to welcoming and connecting with fans and esports enthusiasts from around the world. And while we root for our Singapore teams taking part in M3, we would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate all teams that have qualified. And on behalf of the Singapore Tourism Board, we welcome you to Singapore.
Thank you so much to Miss Ng for your kind words and support. Now, everyone around the world simply cannot wait for M3, and as a result, we've received quite a lot of questions about the upcoming event. So we would like to address them right now with Mr. Michael Lin, the Esports Marketing Manager from Moonton Games. Good morning, Michael. How are you?
Thanks, Mark. Hello to you, and a warm hello to all the Mlbb fans out there.
Okay, so let's get this started. Question number one, why is Moonton Games hosting the tournament once again in Singapore?
Well, it's a good question, Mark. It has always been integral for us to hold all the EMs in person. We've dealt with our share of challenges over the past two championship events, but this year is a whole different frontier for us, as I'm sure it has been for all the major tournaments that would have held in person. What we believe will differentiate M3 from all the other events will be, one, the international presence of incoming teams to Singapore, and two, of course, the potential to have in-person audience at an international esports event of this scale, given the overarching situation. Fans told us that they really wanted to see all their heroes compete live, and our players have always told us that they miss seeing their fans and counterparts in person as they battle it out. And ultimately speaking, Singapore makes most sense for us to hold M3 the way we wanted to, because of the country's high vaccination rate and structurally very clear post-COVID direction. We're very thankful that the Singapore Tourism Board is entrusting Moonton Games again to hold the Mobile Legends World Championship in Singapore, and this time, hopefully, with audience's presence.
What are the safety measures that Moonton will be undertaking at Singapore?
A very important question. So on top of abiding by local regulations, our players and staff will be given daily temperature checks, both while they serve quarantine and, of course, throughout the entire event. We have designed a very strict movement plan for M3 specifically. Areas that our players and staff traveled will be subject to rigorous and frequent disinfection. And overall, the standards in place are a mix of both local health authority guidelines and, of course, recommendations from this risk management consultant that we are working very closely with since in the very beginning that we're planning for M3.
Given the spike of COVID-19 cases happening in Singapore, is it really safe?
Well, we still have another few weeks to monitor the health and safety at the event. right, in Singapore. And we do have trust in the measures put forth by our logistics team, along with the Singapore Tourism Board.
So worst case scenario, if one of the players got COVID-19, can they still continue to compete?
We'll follow local guidelines while keeping the integrity of the event intact for M3.
Great. So which countries are the new additions to M3?
This gets me very excited because in comparison to M2, fans will be seeing representatives from North America, the Middle East, Turkey, and of course, Latin America. If you've been following all these regions' local qualifiers in the past couple of months, you'll know that they're coming in real high, and they should not be underestimated.
And if one of the new teams was to win, what is a total prize pool and breakdown?
Well, we have this graphic to show you right now, and we've actually been monitoring feedback in our community for the past 2 years, and we came to the understanding that as our structure is becoming more complete for esports, there is a need for an uptick in total prize pool heading into M3. So for M3, we're setting the total prize pool to be at $800,000 US dollars, where the champion of M3 will be able to receive $300,000 US dollars of the share.
How about any special in-game activations that Moonton Games will be doing in conjunction with M3?
Absolutely, and now this would get the fans really excited. Most of the players will remember the in-game events that we hold back in M1, M2. Those were great, but we decided to take a whole new direction for M3. Beyond a unique M3 skin, which obviously will be one of the fans' favorite heroes, we have prepared what we're calling the M3 Battle Pass for our fans to share, participate, and enjoy. The Battle Pass is something that we have not done in the past, and we believe that M3 is the perfect opportunity for Mlbb to activate that so that fans would enjoy something that's truly special. Of course, if you want to get involved deeper into M3, we also have prepared various H5 mini campaigns for you to vote for your favorite Mlbb personalities, teams, and obviously pro player esports players out there. With that all being said, what I've just shared are only the selected few events among a lot of the events that fans will get to enjoy throughout November and December. I'm sure there will be things for everybody to play, so stay tuned.
Can't wait. So the Philippines have got some outstanding teams, and MSC 2021 was proof of that. Can we see the same thing happening this time round?
This is a question that's deep in my heart because the Filipino superstars have put on their gameplay talent on full display throughout 2021, right? And I was there. I was personally there in Singapore doing M2 as a witness. So we have little reason to doubt that the Philippines will put on performances of anything less than M3. However, one should never underestimate the heart of the champions, which all their 15 teams are in their own discipline. We expect to see nothing short of heated matches in M3.
So Singapore is, of course, hosting, but did Moonton Games intend to host a tournament elsewhere, such as maybe Indonesia?
That's a question that we've been considering throughout 2020 and 2021. In the past year, our team has explored multiple options across the world to host M3 as an in-person event. And going forward, of course, we will continue to look for to host our international tournaments in places where, well, it's taking in fan feedbacks, of course.
You've launched MPLBR and MPLKH in the last few months. What's the esports strategy behind this? And do you intend to launch more leagues come 2022?
We believe in Mlbb Esports as a global esports product. On top of our expansions into Brazil and Cambodia, our team had also launched MPL MENA in October. While we're not able to share a detailed roadmap with you at the moment, the message that I want to share here, I want to leave here, is that it's definitely in our plans to keep the expansion of Mlbb Esports, pro esports, going into places where we are seeing very high demand from fans. We know that our fans have been clamoring for MPL to be launched in their country, so definitely stay tuned.
Thank you so much, Michael. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and we'll see you at M3.
Thank you, Mark. Back to you.
Well, thank you, Michael. I think he has cleared up a lot of your questions. So it's time to sit back, relax, be ready, and watch your favorite teams rise to the top. Check this out.
Everybody was once a nobody. It all depends on how much you wanted to and commit to it. Get started, learn the ropes. Get trashed. Get back up. Get good and keep going, like keep on going. Work your way up. Get accepted. Make it into a team. Play a key part in that team. Fumble.
Defeat.
Reflect. Work harder. Be the best and become a champion in your country. Get recognized. Is that enough? Nope. There's more. It's time to get out of the comfort zone. Constantly hunting for something bigger. Because even when you think you're somebody, there are more ahead of you, better than you, waiting for you at the top. It is on you to be the one.
Well, we could not have asked for a better lineup of talents presenting at M3, and I am thrilled to actually have Lafelle and Gideon with me right now. Guys, how hyped are you for M3 after seeing that?
Oh, I am incredibly hyped. I wish I can go there right now, honestly. I can't get enough of it. I honestly can't get enough. Why can't it be sooner?
Exactly. Now, Lafelle, you're going to be working with such amazing talents this year. How does it feel to be part of this event?
All right, so during M2, I had an amazing time being with the Filipino casters, and this time we will be seeing Mirko from Indonesia as well. So for me personally, I am super excited. I can't wait to meet all my friends from all over the world.
Now, Gideon, what I'm excited about is all the new teams. So which one in particular do you think poses the biggest threat to the more established teams?
Well, honestly, at this point in time, I've been through every single one, M1, M2, and now coming to M3. It's great to see the evolution, but more importantly, I'm excited for Cambodia. They are bringing a hard bargain for every other MPL region.
And also the North American teams you guys were hyping up about. What's so good about them?
All right, so here's the thing. North America, again, a lot of people want to see how they perform because they look super, super strong, right? Especially in their own region. But everyone always has that question, all right, you look good there, but how does it translate against all of the Southeast Asian teams?
And also, Lafelle, speaking about the new teams, what do you think about the more established teams? Do you think they're going to be a bit scared because they won't know what to expect from all these new faces?
Personally, for me, they should, because right now, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, our meta is actually very, very structured, very, very well, that a lot of balances has been done. So in terms of strategy-wise, there is actually a lot. So they might actually be surprised by a few of the teams.
I can't agree more.
Now, Gideon, which team are you looking forward to most competing at M3?
Honestly, I am excited.
There's so many, but you got to pick one.
Oh, it's a tough one. You put me in an awkward position, Mark, but I have to say Na'Vi. I mean, they've been doing so great. They've qualified for both M1, M2, and now M3. It's great seeing them back all over again.
And who do you think are the favorites, Gideon, in your opinion?
Well, I think the obvious choice here has to be Blacklist. I think they've been doing so great this year, but there is a possibility that this could be the year of Onyx.
Lafelle, your opinion? Favorites for this?
Again, I'm a Filipino fanboy, so I would say either Blacklist or Onyx, but I am more going to the direction of Blacklist. I just love how they play in the Land of Dawn.
Well, you like Blacklist, you like the Filipino teams, but here's a surprise. We are going to be joined right now by all the teams, all 16 teams who will be competing at M3. I believe they are here right now. Hello to all the teams. How are you doing? Hello. Oh, they look very, very hyped up, just like us, and we're going to be speaking to them. So let's get started straight away. The Middle East qualifying team, GX Squad. I believe we have Hisk. Hisk, pleasure speaking to you. How are you doing?
Oh, thank you. I'm doing great. How about you?
Nice.
Oh, we're doing absolutely great here, Hiss. Now, the first question. This is your first time at M3. How are you feeling about M3?
Well, M tournament is known to be the worldwide popular tournament that held every year. Compared to the M1 and M2, we're finally having the chance to participate in the upcoming M3 tournament at the end of the year. So our team feel really glad, honored, and happy to represent our country in this great competition. We are planning and doing our best strategies every day, and practicing to make something great in this tournament. We require our fans from the Middle East or all around the world to support us in our matches. That's all.
Yeah, sounds great. And this is the first time that the Middle East will be joining M3. So can you tell us a bit about the qualifiers in the Middle East? How competitive was it?
Well, the Middle East qualifier was very hard. We faced many professional teams and players from different countries. So it wasn't that easy to achieve victory and get qualified to the M3 tournament. So also we believe that M3 tournament will be much harder and more intense and stressed. So that's why we have to practice every day and come with new strategies or high team level performance to make a great performance in the tournament.
Well, Hisk, congrats for qualifying and good luck for M3. We'll see you there.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Hisk from GX Squad. I can't wait to see them in action. It's going to be their first time competing. And, Lafel, I know you're a big fan of the teams from Philippines, right?
Huge. That's why my name was Lafel TZ.
Well, you're in luck right now because we have got Coach Yeb and Beloyski from Onyx Philippines. Guys, are you there? Yes, they are.
Hello.
Hey.
All right, so we're just going to jump straight in. Last year, Brand Esports from the Philippines took home the championship title. Do you think you are able to be the first country to win back-to-back championships?
We're very confident to win back-to-back championship because an Onyx and Blacklist is a very strong team, and I think we prepared for the best and we're ready.
Honestly, I love that confidence. But this time, it's not just the Philippines. How are you going to prepare for the other regions, including and especially non-MPL regions?
We respect all teams, but we want to stick in our strength. So we want them to play in our style. So those teams need to prepare for us.
Wow. I love the confidence, and we cannot wait to see you in action. Guys, take care, prepare, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A big thank you once again to Onyx Philippines, who will be in C2. And joining them in C2 will be RRQ Hoshi. And right now, from Indonesia, we have R7, Abagabar.
Halo, baik.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this. Let's jump straight into it. And Lafel, you're going to have to help both me and Mark translate this real quick. But
no issues.
No issues? All right, perfect. The question is RRQ looking at any teams specifically that are outside of the MPL regions?
Menurut saya Navi ya, karena kita sempat bertemu di M2. Ya, dan saya tahu offlanernya itu defender, dia main bagus lah.
Yeah, so basically what R7 is saying here, outside of MPL regions, they're really looking at Russia. Navi, especially the offlaner, defender. They played against each other during M2, and they were crazy.
Well, okay, so Lafel, your translation duties are over. You can now proceed and ask a question.
So, R7 as well. In terms of mechanics, which MPL region you think has the best mechanics? Siapa paling jago and why?
Dari Kambodia sih, see you soon. Jungler dia bisa bermain marksman, assassin, sama fighter juga, jadi dia lebih fleksibel lah hypernya.
Yeah, so according to R7, see you soon from Cambodia, especially their jungler, very flexible. He can play anything from the marksmen to the assassins to the fighters, name it, he can play it. That flexibility has shown to be the best mechanics out of all the teams that he has seen.
Wow.
Well, thank you for the translation, and thank you to R7. We will see you
Thank
soon.
you.
Take care. Thank you very much. We're going to get straight to our next team. And right now, we've got Jake 2-0 and defender from Navi, Russia. Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Hello. Very good.
Hello, guys. Hello, great. So we're going to jump straight in. Russia has been in the World Championship for 3 times now. So based on your previous experience in M1 and M2, what are your expectations for M3?
Actually, for 3 players, this is third World Championship, 2 including the coach of the second, and for 1 the first. Our mindset for this tournament is show our best, our maximum, you know. It's all.
Oh, that's great. Actually, I'm very curious. Defender, I want to ask you specifically, are there any MPL regions that you look at to get inspiration to build your own meta?
Yeah, there are actually all MPL regions we look at. So basically, we gather information from the every single games that we see, but especially I think that's Indonesia and Filipino regions that we build our meta on, I think.
Cool. Well, Natas Vincera, Latin for Born to Win. So I hope you guys can win, and we will see you at M3.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you, Navi, for joining us. Next up, well, Gideon and Lafel, you must be very happy and excited. You guys are from Malaysia. We have a Malaysia team. It is Todak, and we have got Hazim. Hazim, are you there? Hello.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi, Lafel. Hi, Gideon. Hi, Mark.
Hey, it's good to see you, Hazim. Let's jump straight into the questions here. Todak has always qualified for international tournaments. What's the difference coming into M3 compared to M2?
For M3, we do have E1, but we will bring E1 spirit, which is tank spirit, to the M3.
So looking a lot of tanks there. But the big question a lot of people do want to ask, will Todak play your own game, or will you adapt to all of the different teams in M3?
For the M3, Todak we play our own game, like our hashtag is Todak Laga, but we also will adapt Philippines and Indo's meta in order to play in our style.
Well, Hazim, terima kasih, and Lafel, how do I say good luck in Malay?
Semoga berjaya.
Sugamo Berjaya. We'll see you at M3.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Thank you, Lafel. Thank you, Gideon. Bye.
Todak will be in Seed 3 from Malaysia, and there is a Malaysian team in Seed 1, Team SMG, and we're going to be speaking to Zaim. Hello, Zaim. How are you?
Hello.
Hey, Zaim. Honestly, great to see you, my man, but I have to ask the question. This is your first Mlbb World Championship. Are there any concerns for SMG this M3?
Bagi saya tak risau sangat. Walaupun ini kali pertama kami main international punya cup. Apa yang saya takut adalah diri sendiri dan juga kita tidak boleh beradaptasi dengan situasi semasa.
Yeah, so even though this is their first World Championship, they're not worried about other teams. They're more worried about themselves, worrying that they cannot adapt to all of the outside metas that all of the other teams will be bringing in.
I mean, that's a lot to worry about. More countries are coming in and more metas are being shown. Is there any particular meta that you, Zaim Senpai, are hoping to see this M3?
Ya, kalau boleh saya memang nak tengok meta luar negara, meta yang lain daripada lain, lagi-lagi meta yang luar daripada Asian, supaya lagi lagi bagus dan lagi mengejutkan.
Yeah, he wants to be surprised. That's the main thing. He wants to see something that no one else has ever seen in Southeast Asia. So he is looking forward to all of the outside regions to see what meta are they bringing in.
Well, thank you to our translator. And thank you, of course, to Zayn from Team SMG. Good luck for M3. We spoke to the two Malaysian teams, so let's go down south to the host country, Singapore. Right now, we have EVOS SG, and we're going to speak to Potato. Hello, Potato.
Hello.
Potato, it's so good to have you here. EVOS SG, two-time champions of MPL SG, playing on your own turf, fighting a wide array of regions. Once again, how do you approach your training?
For training wise, before MPL or maybe before M3, we'll have like two scrims and maybe some ranked games like during the preseason. But moving forward to the actual playoffs or maybe the days before the playoffs, we'll put in more training such as like more scrims and more training. Then we might even go for a boot camp for M3.
Nice. Committing to a boot camp is very, very intense. But now let's bring it back. Singapore has a very methodical style of playing. With more countries coming in, do you expect the teams to play a more chaotic play style or more structured?
For my opinion, I'm hoping to see other regions pulling off their own metas because currently I believe many countries are basically following the Indo meta or maybe Philippine meta or maybe Malaysia meta. So in my own opinion, I would love to see like the other regions pulling off their own metas to put in a good fight against them.
Thank you so much, Potato. Of course, M3 is being held in Singapore. All the fans will be behind you from your country, so good luck.
Thank you.
EVOS are not the only Singapore team competing at M3. We also have from C3 RSG, and we've got LY4 on the line. How are you, LY4? Hello.
Hey, LY4. Again, it's great seeing you, but I do have to ask the first question. Now, Singapore has your own MPL. Do you feel there is a need to change your own style of gameplay or adapt to the other regions?
I actually think that we need to adapt a little, but not too much. And while maintaining our own gameplay, we merge them together. And that's how we evolve. Yeah.
Very nice.
Honestly, speaking about evolving, how do you feel about your current roster compared to your previous roster last M2?
Definitely, our current roster looks more shaky because we have amateur players. But I feel like we actually do have more potential than our previous roster.
Thank you very much, LY4. Good luck. We'll see you at M3 in your home country, Singapore. A big thank you to our two teams from Singapore. What I'm looking forward to the most about M3 is seeing all these new teams in action, and one of them is Badal from Turkey. We have Farway on the line. How are you, Farway?
Hello.
Hello.
Nasılsın Farway?
İyiyim, teşekkür ederim. Sizler nasılsınız?
Yeah. I am very well, thank you. What about you guys?
We're doing great.
We're doing great. Thank you so much, Farway, for being here. Now, Badal is still shrouded in mystery from other teams. Do you think this is an advantage going into M3?
Çok teşekkür ediyoruz burada olduğun için. Bedel diğer takımlar için çok gizli kalmış ve keşfedilmemiş bir takım. Bunun M3 için bir avantaj olduğunu düşünüyor musun?
Evet, bu bizim için bir avantaj çünkü diğer takımları biz yakından inceleyebiliyoruz. Neler oynadıklarını biliyoruz. İncelemek için de fazlaca vaktimiz var veya örneklerimiz de fazla. Ama onlar bizi bu kadar fazla inceleyemeyecekleri için bu bizim için bir avantaj.
Yes, I think this is a big advantage for us because other teams are not know about us very well, and we are aware that what can other teams do. We always investigating their gameplay, so we will use this as an advantage.
Yeah, having knowledge is key. But right now, I do want to know, how do you guys prepare for international tournaments?
Evet, bu gerçekten bir avantaj olabilir. Peki bir diğer sorumuz, bu uluslararası turnuva için nasıl hazırlandınız?
Bu turnuva için ülke içindeki turnuvalara katılıp şampiyon olmaya çalıştık. Daha sonrasında M3 için olası rakiplerimizi bolca inceledik. Sonrasında sürekli ranked oyunları oynadık ve sürekli toplantılarla birlikte artık hazır olduğumuzu düşünüyoruz bu turnuvaya.
Yeah, first of all, we have attended so many tournaments held within the Turkey in our country and watched the gameplay of other teams every day. And we played ranked games a lot, several times. And I can say that we prepared very well for that.
Lovely. Well, it's your first World Championship. We wish you all the best of luck and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
Şampiyonadaki ilk katılımınız, teşekkür ederiz.
Well, that was far away, from far, far away in Turkey. And if you like puns, I'm not done yet, because let's see who we'll be seeing soon from Cambodia. Is it see you soon? We're speaking to Prom, I believe. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. And you guys?
Oh, we're feeling great. Gideon, you got questions for the guy?
Yes, I've got important questions to ask you, Prom. Number one, Cambodia has grown so much since MSC. How competitive is the Cambodian MPL?
Okay, thanks for the question. About MPL, in Cambodia, it's nothing different, but really got amazing, if compared to other tournaments for the last time.
Yeah, and speaking of MSC, during MSC, Cambodia shocked the entire Mlbb scene with your high pressure, high mechanical gameplay. In M3, will Cambodia play the Cambodian style of always looking for fights, or will you guys change your strategy to fight against all of the other teams?
Okay, thanks for the question. About the last time competition, like MSC last time, they do very good. And got a lot of good strategy and about draft. And if compared to this tournament MC is upcoming soon, we have prepared a lot of good thing, including strategy and meta. I mean, like we amazing more than the MSC last time.
Okay, well, I love how they've not revealed their strategy to the entire world yet. Keep it to yourselves and shock us at M3. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much, Prom.
Bye.
So we are going to go from Cambodia all the way to Brazil. We have VK, and I believe we'll be speaking to Prime. Hello, Prime, all the way from Brazil. How you doing?
Hi.
Hey, Prime. So the question that we do have for you is, who do you think is your biggest threat in M3?
I think all the teams from Philippines and Indonesia will be the most difficult to face because they have so many experience and they are going so well from M3.
Yeah, Philippines and Indonesia, very scary.
You know, speaking of which, this time in M3, Brazil have their own MPL. What's the biggest difference we should expect when comparing their performance in M2 to now in M3?
I think Brazil is going so much better in this M3 because we have the experience to play MPL presential and have so many experience.
Well, thank you so much, Prime. We look forward to seeing you in action with your team. It's going to be fantastic. VK from Brazil. All right, so we got one more team from Brazil, of course, the Red Candidates, and we are going to be speaking to Luna from the Red Candidates, aren't we?
Hey, Luna, this is your first time at M3. How are you feeling?
Bom, Luna, essa é a sua primeira vez na M3 e a gente quer saber como você está se sentindo.
Olá, bom dia. Por ser minha primeira vez, né, no Mundial, né, no caso M3, estou muito feliz de realizar esse sonho, né. Muitos jogadores aqui do Brasil queriam estar onde eu estou, né, e depois de muito trabalho árduo durante a MPL Brasil e muita humildade, pé no chão, a Red Candy Calunga conseguiu realizar esse sonho, esse excelente trabalho da vaga no Mundial e ser campeão da MPL Brasil também.
Yeah, he is very, very happy because this is a dream for him and many, many Brazilian players. And after a lot of struggle during MPL Brazil, they managed to win the championship and also get a spot on M3.
Yeah, and we also want to ask, Luna, what do you hope for the landscape of the competitive scene in Brazil after M3?
Bom, eles também querem saber qual é a sua expectativa para o cenário competitivo no Brasil depois da M3.
Bom, a expectativa, né, após o M3 é uma expectativa boa, porque a gente vem observando como vem crescendo o cenário brasileiro de Mobile Legends, né? Não que ainda não seja, mas antigamente era bem maior, né? É a cópia de rotação, como times da Indonésia e Filipinas, né? E é o que a gente foca aqui no Brasil. Mas hoje, depois dessa MPL Brasil, a gente começou a trazer o nosso próprio meta para cá. É claro que a gente estuda os times lá de fora, porque é muito importante e sabemos que eles são muito bons e fortes lá fora. Mas aqui no Brasil, podemos mostrar, né, que a gente tem o nosso meta aqui, que a gente tem capacidade sim de bater de frente com os times lá de fora. Então, gerando isso, automaticamente, aqui no Brasil, o cenário só irá aumentar após o M3, entendeu? Muitos jogadores vindo, muitas pessoas voltando a jogar após o cenário estar se expandindo não só no Brasil, mas como na América Latina.
Yeah, so before MPL Brazil, we had a lot of copies of other regions' meta. And now that we found out how to play our own game, we intend to test it on M3. And this will show what's our style and what we can do differently as Brazilians inside the game. And he expects it to make a lot of people try the game in different ways, different formats, show how the Brazilians have their own style and their own meta, and probably also get more people from the rest of Latin America joining in on the fun.
Well, we hope so too. Thank you so much, Luna, from the Red Candidates. And of course, good luck to both the Brazilian teams who will be competing at M3. Thank you so much. Well, the great thing about M3, we've got so many teams from different countries competing, especially for the first time as well. And up next, we have Malvinas Gaming from the Latin America, and we are going to be speaking to Ian. Hello, Ian. How are you?
Hello, hello. How are you guys?
We are doing so good, but we do have to ask. This is your first time at M3. How are you feeling?
We're feeling quite anxious, actually. This is the first time for everyone going to a trip, so we're quite nervous about that. But we're quite happy to be performing at the M3 this year because this is the first time we last time is going to be represented there, so we have like a lot of responsibility. So we want to go like right now.
Nice. That's a great answer. Ian, I'm so curious. Despite all the nervousness, what does Malvinas Gaming bring to the table that no other team in M3 will have?
I think that we have to give to the region is like we have to bring a lot of work that we have done to get here because this is no magic. We have worked a lot to get where we are. And as I said before, we have a lot of responsibility to leave LATAM at the highest place possible. So that's what we have to bring here, really. I think we are being seen here as the underdogs, so we'll try to prove ourselves that we are more than that.
Well, Ian can't wait for M3. He wants to go right now. So do we. And huge respect to you. I hope you do the whole of Latin America proud and Argentina. Thank you so much, Ian. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, guys.
So Malvinas Gaming are new to the scene, but we're going to talk to a team now who are definitely not new to the scene. You guys all know them. It is, of course, Onyx Esports from Indonesia, and we have Aldo and Mars with us, don't we?
Hello guys.
Good to see you guys. Onyx Esports, Indonesia are powerhouses in Mlbb. Everybody knows that. But what is the difference with Indonesia compared to the other countries?
I think Indonesia has a lot of mechanically gifted players. They are very, very good, very, very strong. I think that is a plus for us. And also, I think because our server is like one of the most packed, one of the most players are in our server. That's why we have a lot of quality matches from our rank.
Yeah, even in our rank games.
Even in our rank games, we have difficult opponent, tough opponent. That's why it's also a good practice for us, since our server is like very, very crowded, very a lot of people play in Indonesia. I think that's like one of the main reason why we are like powerhouses.
Yeah, honestly, I can attest to that. Going to Indonesia, every game feels like an MPL game. But also, we do want to ask, Onyx Esports and Sasa, which is now in Team SMG, will be reunited at M3, but this time as opponents. What do you have to say to each other?
We really excited to meet him, especially Sasa, right? Not just the SMG as a full team, but the Sasa himself, because he was in Onyx before, and we know each other so much, and we still contact each other and still
like the call.
Yeah, even just after our matches or after their matches, we call each other and do some video calls. So excited to meet him.
Well, we look forward to seeing you both in action. Thank you so much, of course, once again to Onyx Esports Indonesia. We'll see you at M3.
See you.
See you.
Moving on to one of the favorites for M3. Who else but Blacklist International? And I believe we have got Coach Bon and Oh My Venus here. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hello.
We're good, thank you. All right, great. So right now we do have to ask, this year Blacklist has been performing outstandingly. Do you think you are able to be the first country to win back-to-back championships?
Yeah, it's possible. However, it's not 100% sure. But as long as we're teammates, we're going to do our best to get that back-to-back championship. Not only in MPL, but also for M3. Although it's not 100% sure, I'm repeating it. But we will try our best to get that and to make a history in Mobile Legends.
I mean, so far your best has been getting a lot of titles already. I mean, all eyes are on Blacklist right now. But who do you have a close eye on for M3?
Most of the time, it is mostly between Philippines and Indonesia in the grand finals. But during M2, we've seen how Vermis Goal dominated that tournament. So I'm looking forward to meet the underdogs or the wild card teams.
Dark horse.
Yeah, the dark horses. Because I'm a big fan of dark horses teams.
Well, we are big fans of you. Thank you so much, and good luck for the M3. Take care, guys. All right, guys, so last but certainly not least, and I say that because these guys have been hyped up a lot, and there's good reason behind that, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is BTK, and I believe we've got Zane. Hello, Zane.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, doing good, doing good.
Yeah, Zane, look, North America has been one of the most hyped regions for M3 and even praised by Assassin Dave during the M3 qualifiers for North America. How are you feeling about your team for your first ever M3?
Well, yeah, I've actually seen a lot of the praise Dave has given us, and We appreciate it, but we're trying to like keep a level head coming into this, you know, and assuming that all these teams are really strong, and we're not trying to underestimate any of them, and we're gonna take all the teams very seriously.
Hey, sounds good. Sounds very good. But what are your hopes for NA Mlbb with your representation and performance on this world stage?
I think we could do really good, honestly, but again, I don't want to get my hopes up, and I don't want to underestimate the teams that are there. But I think what North America has this time is a really good chance of doing pretty amazing and shocking the rest of the world, actually.
Well, Zane, that's exactly what these two said. They can't wait to see you in action. I think the whole world is very excited to see the Bloodthirsty Kings. Take care and good luck for M3.
Thank you.
Well, I tell you what, I can't wait until December when we see all of those teams in action. It is going to be huge. But now, drumroll please, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. Yes, it's time for the group draw. And to help you understand the game format and how the groups will be drawn, don't worry, we've got you covered.
The best MLBB teams of the world are returning to Singapore for the M3 World Championship. To get ready, let's check out the tournament's new format. 16 teams from around the world will compete in 2 stages. Group stage and the playoffs. But first, we have to understand the group draw. To ensure the balance of groups, the champions of MPL Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, and Singapore are slotted in Seed 1. The champions of MPL Brazil and Cambodia, alongside runner-ups of MPL Indonesia and Philippines, will be in Seed 2. And all the other qualified teams are in Seed 3. 1 team each from Seed 1 and 2 will be distributed to a total of 4 groups, A, B, C, and D, while the 8 teams from Seed 3 will be distributed evenly as well. Do note that teams from the same country will not be in the same group. If that happens, the later team will be slotted into the next group. For the group stage, the 4 groups of 4 will play a best of 1 of single round robin, or play against the other 3 teams within the group once. No team will be eliminated during the group stage. However, the top 2 teams of each group will be advanced to the upper bracket of the playoffs, and the bottom 2 teams will be at the lower bracket. The M3 playoffs will be spread out across 9 days. All the upper bracket matches are best of 5. The lower bracket matches will be best of 3 until round 3, where it will then be best of 5. The winners of the upper and lower bracket finals will meet at the grand finals, battling it out in an epic best of 7 match to identify the new world champions. Be sure to tune in and witness the race to the top.
Okay, so everyone at home should know the rules by now, but this is how it's going to go down in the studio. So Lafell is going to draw all the teams from Seed 1, Gideon will then draw all the teams from Seed 2, and then you guys will each draw 4 teams from Seed 3. Simple? Understand?
Very, very easy, yeah.
Let's get straight to it.
All right, so this is Seed 1. These are where all of the champions are, and this is the very first ball of the day. And the team that we got here is from the Philippines, Blacklist International.
Ooh, that's a big one. I think every team here is going to be looking at Blacklist International, top-tier contender. Ooh, and they're going into Group A. They're really setting the standard.
Blacklist International Group A, but as we were saying before, right, every single team in this group can't be messed with. I mean, they're all very strong. Who is going to come out next? Seed 1 Group.
Yeah, we can already see in Group A, very, very tough. So now, going in to Group B is the second team. I can see a little bit of it. And over here from Indonesia, Onyx Esports.
Yeah, another big team here. And honestly, I'm feeling like it's the year of Onyx. We've got double the representatives this time round. Don't know whether or not they're going to be able to take the cake, but it's very good odds here.
Potential chances for Onic versus Onic in the stages, right, as
Very
well.
true.
Yeah, but they are in Group B. Let's see who is in Group C from Seed 1. Please
All
draw
right.
out the third.
So from here, again, 50-50 chance. So let's see. Group C, our representative. This one is very tight over here, but looks like we've got EVOS Singapore.
Oh boy, two-time champions of the MPL SG, and they're playing on home turf. They're going to be going into Group C here, and I think this is going to be quite an interesting M3.
Maybe three-time champions after M3. Let's see and confirm the final team who will be in Group D from Seed 1.
Yes, it'll be very surprising if it's any other team than Malaysia's Team SMG.
Team SMG, that stands for Still Moving Under Gunfire, founded by the famous Chinese singer JJ Lin, winning MPL MY. They're going into Group D. It's only the beginning of the anime arc.
Thank you. My Chinese music range has now improved after that. Thank you very much, Gideon. And we have now officially got, well, the first seeded teams. Let's take a little recap at this. Now, Lefel, looking at this, if you're in C2, C3, which group would you like to avoid right now?
Okay, so as of right now, Group A, Group B, generally you want to avoid the Philippine and as well as the Indonesian teams. But Group C and D, they're still a powerhouse that you don't want to mess with. Again, like Gideon said, EVOS SG, two-time champions in their own region. SMG has never won. This is the first time that they have become champions, and now they're going straight to Group D in the M3.
And Gideon, you will be doing C2. From C2, in your opinion, which is the strongest team?
Ooh, from C2, already I'm looking towards Onic PH. I'm looking towards, you know, the classic RRQ. However, I am very, very worried about the Brazilian representatives, the Red Canids, as well as See You Soon, both of which had their own moments within their own local countries, but it's just going to make this group even spicier. I don't know. I'm curious for Group A.
I would like to see Onic versus Onic, so please make it happen, and let's reveal the first team from C2 that's going into Group A.
All right, here we go. This is actually a lot more nerve-wracking than I thought. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. It looks to be, the other way around, Red Canids.
Yeah, but Red Canids over here, one of the most famous teams in Brazil. They had a pretty good regular season as well as qualified for playoffs stage in second after dropping the first game to DMX in playoffs. They came back from the lower bracket and won the first MPL Brazil Season 1.
Interesting team. They are in Group A, the Red Canids. Who is going to be in Group B? Gideon, please reveal.
No worries. I've already began the stir. All right.
I love this stirring motion. He's got it. He's got it.
No pressure. I know a lot of people are going to be very upset if they don't get the right groups here, so I'm hoping that this is going to be balanced overall. Here we go. Pulling this one out.
This be Onic versus Onic.
Could be. I'm seeing that.
Oh.
Wow. Onic again was already considered as the underdog in MPL Season 8 after several seasons, but again, Onic this season for both Indonesia as well as Philippines, both of these teams look very, very strong. And Mark, you called it. Looks like we're going to see an Onic versus Onic.
Onic versus Onic. I wanted it to happen. It is going to happen. And just for confirmation, they will be in Group B. Onic, Philippines. Let's see the third team. Oh, this is exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Onic
is.
versus Onic already.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I mean, you've already called out one. Would you like to call this one out as I crack it?
I'm going to let you do this.
You know what?
Right.
Let's find out here.
See you soon. I'm going to call it. See you soon.
Okay, here we go. Revealing it right now.
Oh, it is. It is.
See you soon. All right. So here's the thing, right? Cambodia, as we speak with them, they are generally one of the most aggressive regions to play in the MPL. So again, I'm very, very interested to see how they're going to play in M3 against all of the other regions.
Honestly, I am too. Cambodia, really up and coming, and I just love their overall play style. They want fights, they'll get fights.
They are unpredictable, but what's not predictable is the next team in Group D. We know who it is going to be, so please reveal, just to make sure.
All right. Just for the sake of formality, we're cracking this one open, making sure that everything is set in stone. And here we go. It is going to be RRQ.
RRQ from Indonesia. Again, this is one of those teams that do not need any kind of introduction. They have a large list of resumes, winning a lot of local tournaments, MPLs, as well as international tournaments. They are looking very, very good. And Group D already looking very spicy.
Group D is looking spicy. Let's just have a little recap at these groups right now. Okay, so we have drawn Seed 1, Seed 2. Gideon, I'm going to ask you the question right now. I asked it to Lafel earlier. Which group, in your opinion, needs to be avoided if you're in Seed 3?
Honestly, right now, if you're in Seed 3, I would definitely want to avoid Group B. It's got some of the strongest teams already listed up there. I think everybody else has a pretty good distribution overall, but just, I feel like it's the year of Onic. They're popping off. They're going to have to go against each other at some point. But for the other two teams, we'll have to see.
And Lafel, how about yourself? Which group do you think looks like the easiest route to get through?
As of right now, I have to be honest with you, Mark. None of these groups, as of right now, look very, very easy. Because again, Group A, you have the Filipino champions, Blacklist International. Try to avoid them. In Group D, RRQ and SMG. Both of these teams used to be coached by the same person, so their playstyle is amazing. And in Group C, see you soon. Very, very aggressive team. I would try to avoid them as well.
Well, it's time for Seed 3 right now. We've got some new teams, and it's going to be interesting to see which group they landed. So let's reveal the first 4 from Lafel.
All right, this is going to be very, very interesting. I am actually looking forward for the American teams to be playing, so hopefully
Are you calling that then as the first one? The North American
Well, looks like I'm not going to get what I'm asking for because the first team is MVG.
Ooh, Malvinas Gaming from Latin America, the team from Argentina. Very interesting. Gideon, do you know much about them?
Well, I know that they did come from the Mlbb Latam, and overall their play style generally isn't going to be questioned too much. Most people are probably not going to keep too close of an eye, which is going to be their biggest advantage.
So they will be in Group A. A few more teams still left to draw. Who it's their first time competing in this. Could this be one right now?
I'm going to crack one open at this very moment and require a little bit more time. But for this one, the second team, the team that will be going into Group B is Team Todak from Malaysia.
Wow. Group B is looking even more stacked. Todak, big veterans here in MPL Malaysia. More importantly, this is going to be one of the most deadliest groups we've seen so far.
Already calling it the group of death. Wow.
Yes, Mark. I agree. I'm kind of shaking. Group B. I'm so sorry for whoever gets into Group B after this, but right now we have to focus on Group C. And looks like going into Group C is from Russia, Team Navi.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Navi also used to be known as Dewsball or Unique Devil from the CIS region. Overall, very aggressive playstyle. Almost similar to See You Soon, but they've got their own flair, their own style.
Well, of course, that means Born to Win, Natus Vincera. Do you think they've got a chance of going through in this group so far?
Honestly, I feel like they have a very good chance. They have been trying for 3 seasons now. Right now is the M3.
And they're not in Group B as well.
Yeah, so now cracking another one open over here. We can see.
I see an X.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's what you saw. And we
It
got Team GX Squad.
From the Middle East, from, of course, the qualifiers there. Another team who is new to this and unexpected. Do you think?
I don't think it is unexpected. Eventually, we were going to get through these squads anyways, but more importantly, they put up a great fight against Akatsuki. They mainly play around their mid and as well as their tank, having great synergy, allowing them to take control over the map. I think this is the perfect group for them.
Okay, just confirmation, GX Squad will be in Group D, and let's have a little recap. We've got 4 more teams left to reveal. So Gideon, looking at these 4 groups, you've got 4 teams left right now. So you're saying Group B is the group of death. Which team from those 4 would really complete it, making it the group of death? Which one do you think that we've got left to reveal that is the strongest in your opinion?
Singapore, for sure. that would make sure that all the major regions are all listed all in one place, and it's going to be such a deadly combo. I wouldn't even mind if Brazil decided to join Group B as well.
Well, we've got 4 more teams left in Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. Gideon, please do us the honors.
All right, here we go. Let's see who is going to be going into this next group here.
So you're hoping it's not RSG?
Well, we'll wait and see.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm
I'm
nervous.
gonna call it BTK. You haven't cracked it open.
I'm about to.
I'm
Here
thinking
we
it's
go.
BTK.
You've been spot on for a large majority of it. I'm
All right.
hoping you're wrong out of sheer sake of it, but no, it is actually BK.
Okay, so here's the thing. They have 3 notable players, Cabral, Luis, and Mikey. They have played in M2, and they are part of the reason why Malaysian teams, Singaporean teams, had a very, very hard time in M2.
Well, they will be going to Group B because obviously the Red Candidates are already in Group A, so they're going to be moved down to Group B. And let's see who the next team is coming out here. That's the first time we've had to do that. I thought we wouldn't have to do that, but
to be fair,
this is what happens.
He didn't semi-call it. He did say he wouldn't mind VK being in Group B.
Well, I semi-called it, but it's not 100% accurate here.
I'm still calling it for BTK for Group A, so I have a second chance here.
Well, let's find out as we are revealing our next team. It is going to be BDL going into Group B.
Yeah, Badel, again, shrouded in mystery. No other teams know what they're going to do, and even they have said it themselves. This is going to be a very, very big advantage going into M3 because, again, everyone will be researching everyone. But when no one knows what you're going to do, again, big surprises.
So Badel will be in Group A. We've got 2 more teams left to draw, but we don't have to draw them because of the regions. It's already been done, so thank you so much, guys, for that draw. Let's just have a quick look at the draw. Now we know the final 2 teams and which groups they are going to go inside. So of course, so there you have it. In Group C will be BTK because RSG of course can't go into Group C as there's already a Singaporean team in Group C. So RSG will be in Group D. Now, Gideon, there are 2 more balls left in there, so let's just make sure those are the 2 teams.
No worries, out of formality.
Oh, come on. This is your luck. We have to test. Because again, RSG, they're confirmed going to Group D. Let's try to make it happen. You have to draw BTK now.
I mean, you guys already drew Onyx versus Onyx, so Gideon, I have high hopes for you.
I don't.
I like the confidence, guys. Thanks, really. No pressure here whatsoever. Gonna crack this bad boy open. Let's see who it's going to be.
Well,
Here we
Gideon.
go.
Well, this is Team RSG again. Gideon cannot do it, but RSG SG. They were formed as the MPL MY SG Season 5 champions. They have been established since Season 1 in SG, but the thing is, RSG, their past achievements, they have plenty of them, and again, they also played a very methodical style of MLBB.
Of course, RSG SG will be going into Group D, and for confirmation, who is the team that is going in Group C? You're going to get this right because it's the only ball inside.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is also one of the most hyped up teams that everyone's really been looking forward to. If you don't know them, well, you're missing out because it is definitely going to be BTK.
Yeah, BTK coming in from North America qualifiers. A lot of people, fans, players are looking forward to see how BTK plays because they have been undefeated throughout the playoffs with a clean 2-0. But again, that is in NA. We do want to see how will they perform against all of the other C regions as well as the other MPL or non-MPL regions.
Gideon, the Bloodthirsty Kings. What is it about this team that everyone's raving about? Because you guys were talking about them beforehand.
Well, look, it's the NA hype here. We've had many personalities talk about them. We've seen their performances as well in their own qualifiers. This team is just leagues ahead of everybody else in NA. The question is, will they stand up to the more experienced and more entitled side of Southeast Asia?
Well, interesting groups. Let's just have a recap on the full group draw. You guys mentioned the group of death. Looking at it right now, it is probably going to be Group B, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Again, we have Onyx champions from Indonesia, Onyx Philippines runner-up from the Philippines, Toda the runner-up from Malaysia, and right now VK coming in from Brazil. As of right now, Group B is probably the most competitive just because they have a lot of, as I said, they have a lot of resume, they have a lot of achievements under their name.
And Gideon, how about the most exciting group? I'm going to say you're going to go for Group C simply because when we were doing the interviews, you mentioned a lot of these teams are very unpredictable. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I would say that Group C, not only are they unpredictable, they're some of the most aggressive we have, especially CU Sunin as well as Na'Vi. Both of these teams really like to go hard or just go home. Luckily in this group stage, nobody's going to go home just yet. It's really competing for the upper brackets.
So that is the group draw. The schedule is what we're going to show you next. Of course, day one, we have got some great matches taking place. So this is Group A, day one. Of course, there's 6 games on there. Rafael, which one will you definitely be watching? Well, you're going to watch them all, but which one will you make sure you don't miss?
Well, again, let's start with the very first one of the day. A very good matchup where we can see Blacklist International going up against Red Canids, where, again, Red Canids, they have a lot of potential. I do want to see them do very well in M3. But as of right now, Blacklist International is a very big wall for them to hurdle.
Gideon, for people who are watching this for the first time, this might seem like a silly question, but I think a lot of people would be interested to hear your opinion. So, Blacklist International, they have got a gap in between all their games, but for instance, BDL, they're playing a match after each other. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage in your opinion?
Well, look, a lot of teams have different play styles, you know, not one simple formula works for everybody. Everybody has different needs, and the same goes for these teams. Blacklist International, they could be a team that works off of a lot of momentum, you know, give us more and more games, put them all in one shot, and we'll get better progressively. Or sometimes they need to, you know, take a break, slow down, and then continue to progress. I think, you know, for that specific question, BDL and Malvinas Gaming, I'm both worried for them because we don't know whether they're momentum-based or do they need that break to succeed.
Well, that is day one. Day two, I don't think anyone is going to miss any of these games. Lefel, is it a silly question to ask which game you're going to look forward to the most? It's Onyx versus Onyx, right?
Well, Onyx versus... I have 2 games that I want to watch, but yes, Onyx versus Onyx. I'm pretty sure not just me, not just Gideon, but everyone else as well. We want to see how the Filipino brand as well as the Indonesian brand, they're going to play with each other. But another shout out I do want to give is Onyx Philippines against Team Toda, where Toda, again, they play a very uncharacteristic style because sometimes their draft is a little bit all over the place. I want to see how they go up against Onyx Philippines.
Gideon, which game do you think will be over the quickest? So many strong teams in this. If you had to predict one game that would be over the fastest, which one would you go for?
Honestly, I think most people would say like, oh, you know, it's going to be Onyx versus VK. No, I think the Onyx versus Onyx game will actually be the fastest.
Oh,
because I feel that once a team gets even the slightest advantage, it's game over already. It's the first person who makes the mistake.
Raw. Interesting theory there. We shall see. That is day 2. Some absolutely fantastic matches on. Day 3. Still got some fantastic ones.
Ooh.
This is the unpredictable group we mentioned earlier. So many interesting matches.
Yeah.
Lefel, which one do you think is the highlight for that group?
Okay, so a lot of people are interested in EVOS games, but I want to see the very last game over there. See you soon going up against BTK, where both of these teams, they like to play aggressive. Again, BTK looks so strong in NA, and See You Soon has been getting a lot of games from MPL teams. So I think BTK and See You Soon, that's the last match of the day. That is the match that I want to see.
So Gideon, a lot of people might say this looks like the easiest group so far. Would you agree or disagree with that statement?
Honestly, unless you are an EVOS SG fan, I would totally agree that, you know, EVOS SG has the highest chance of getting into the upper brackets without too much, unless they really drop the ball. I'm so excited because this is one of those situations where it's whether you want Ice versus Fire in the EVOS versus SYS matchup or the Fire versus Fire matchup, which is SYS up against Na'Vi.
And very quickly, both of you, which game you're looking forward to the most from this group?
See You Soon versus Na'Vi.
Again, see you soon, BTK.
Okay, well, some fantastic matches there. Day 4, the final one. This is Group D. And to be honest with you, every single day, there's at least one game that's going to be fantastic. SMG versus RRQ right there. Which match do you think has the biggest chance of any team causing an upset?
Okay, so personally for me, I do believe that SMG going up against RSG, the third match of the day, there is a possible upset because again, SMG are the champions. RSG, they're not the champions of their own region, but again, I feel like RSG could actually take the game off of SMG because even they said during their interview where they're most afraid of themselves not being able to catch up with the meta, not being able to catch up with Singapore.
Gideon, this group here, Group D, GX, right. GX squad, we spoke to them earlier. What do you think their chances are of getting out of this group looking at those matches?
Look, the most logical reasoning that we can see here is that since we don't have a lot of information off of GX, it's likely that most people will assume that they wouldn't be able to take a game from either RSG, RRQ, or even SMG. But that's the big problem here. I think that GX has what it takes to really turn things around. And I think their best chances, if they can take a game off of RRQ, that in itself is a huge, huge statement.
Well, guys, it's been an amazing draw. I just want to say thank you for drawing Onyx versus Onyx.
Social distance high five.
You know it, brother.
Great.
Yes, and you guys must be extremely excited, right, for this?
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I 19.
20 for you?
Easily, no problem. Not even a question asked.
Well, these guys are excited. I'm excited. I'm sure you guys are extremely excited. Thank you once again to all 16 teams and, of course, to our talents for joining us today at this fantastic event that we are so excited for in December. We have come to the end of the M3 World Championship official reveal and of course the group draw. Let's support our M3 teams in December and watch them rise to the top. My name's Marco D. We will see you in December.